I have to do like a whole nother video. Now, melee, like top 4 is what would have to be, but I can't show you these, but definitely, like, I'm gonna go over these. I'm definitely probably gonna end up using the styling because I bet you that thing is impeccable, and it looks so cool. But first off, we got the Kindle 44. Now, the reason the EMC is gonna beat this is it's faster shooting from what I've seen, or from when I've used it. Now, this thing, if you're shooting it fast enough, it can be good. Now, remember, none of this is gonna be shown. So yeah, keep that in mind. Keep that in your mind. And secondaries, like, they're really mainly good for showing off or like getting those epic sweet kills. From like you can't shoot your gun anymore, so you switch to a pistol and you just get that last few bullets in. The reason I chose Striker is I don't think there's any in particular character that would have. Oh yeah, I'm totally gonna try to get a kill with that. Because any of you who have ever tryharded have tried to get a kill with that and succeeded. Because I ain't gonna call you a tryhard until you've tried that. So yeah, it's decent. It's decent. It's semi-automatic. Remember that. It's not the best, but it is decent. It's decent.
You're halfway there. Keep it up.
Now, mainly this is like if you're playing only secondaries or something like that. And by my standards, I say an SMG would count as secondary. So try to slip one of those by on your friends. Oh, I got killed after I got the final kill anyway. It's not the worst, I'ma just tell you that.
Good job.
Now, as you can see, that's not the worst. And, it's definitely not the best, so that's why it's at number 5. Now, Stallion's probably gonna replace my number 1 once I unlock that. But I remember it's like get kills with a pistol, so I might have to unlock the Hailstorm for that one. This one just sucks. Now, I only have 5, so this one is just gonna be next. This one isn't the best, I'm gonna just tell you that right now. But if you're using it right, it can be pretty decent. I'm gonna just tell you that. Just make sure you are using this right. I meant to put suppression, but I didn't move over. I might try Pistol Wars with my friend, and if you don't know what that is, that's something we made up, because you got Window Wars, but Pistol Wars is basically with pistols. And pistols only. Now, this is one of the only automatic pistols, like, that's automatic by itself. There's 3. There's one that looks like it could be a very small version of an SMG, which is that white one that you guys might keep seeing.
Team deathmatch.
And then you got what was it? I forgot. The Hornet, which is a classic. Which I like. If you're gonna go for any secondary and you're not gonna use overkill, then I would recommend using the Hornet or this one. It's got some bad recoil, but like, put foregrip on the thing and you're pretty good. Definitely, this is pretty good. It's better, but here's the thing: the epic I have, it's like you charge up a laser, and it just sucks. But as you can see, that's a pretty decent one. But I just like, yeah. And Oni is actually like something in Japanese culture. I'd recommend looking it up, just to know like why they would call it that. Cause I bet you they did their research on what the word Oni meant, and they probably were like, yeah, this pistol's probably gonna be the first weapon that's gonna act like that thing. Next is, I'm gonna put the UDM a bit higher, so. Now this thing's just good mainly with, now don't think, oh, he's using a legendary to make it seem better. Here's the thing. That didn't up any of the damage from what I saw. I'm not putting anything that ups damage as well. But, does it up its damage? No, it does wait, did I read that right? Did I read that frickin' right? I read that right, did I? Thing's base damage is 60. Don't get me wrong, if you're hitting the trigger fast enough, that thing's pretty much a slower assault rifle. It's like a slower MV4, but with recoil. Or actually, no recoil still. It's like a slower shooting NV4, which is basically the flatline. I'm just kidding. That thing still shoots probably faster than you could shoot this thing.
Team deathmatch.
But the reason I decided to do like a whole video dedicated to certain secondaries is now I will include some melee, and I will show off not all secondaries, because launchers would just suck for me to go up for me to use. That's mainly because of like my freaking the freaking gun. Yeah, that like the punch out was pretty much the gun. But based on that thing's shooting, you can just tell how good that is. Dang. But you got the right attachments, and remember that was its base damage was 60. This thing's a decent gun, but it's not my favorite. Now Stallion might beat out my top one, but I've never used the Stallion. I've never seen the Stallion in action, or I have once, but it's been so long because it was like the first 1v1 with my friend. But yeah, this is the Stallion. But next is the UDM. Now the reason I want to put this a bit higher instead of the place I was about to put it is because this thing is one of the only fully automatics. But not only that, it's so decent. And it's even got its own scope, and it's a ballistic, so it's... Now remember this, ballistic does do more damage to people, but I'm talking more damage as in it'll do more damage than an energy weapon. Cause like energy, it's like, ow, that burned. Now like if you get enough burns, yeah, you're gonna die. But like one little burn ain't gonna kill you.
Team deathmatch.
I can just hear like the stretch that happens when he does that little peak.
Systems updated. Online and ready.
But yeah, all right. You see this thing? Surprised I didn't put this at number 1, really. But it's pretty decent. It's not the best, but bruh, this thing shoots so fast. No perk, and it's ballistic, so it ain't gonna be like the Oni. Now I'm pretty sure this challenge unlocked. I unlocked it because I bought a common variant with salvage. I got like a lot of salvage right now. I'm saving up for a legendary. I don't know for what gun though. I haven't seen it yet. Alright, so that was 4, right? I went over everyone except for this one, and probably everybody who doesn't have the Stallion and thinks, yeah, the Stallion's better, can agree with me on this one. Like, bruh, this thing, right attachments, you are set. Now, you're probably wondering, why aren't you putting Onkubo or anything like that on here? It's because that isn't accurate. Now, it is good for, like, rifles and stuff, cause at closer range. So, if you're gonna go Onkubo with a machine gun type thing, here's a tip. Use the Type 2. Because that can just split into that. It does have probably like one of the best type of sights you can have for a pistol, but the reason this one's on the list, it's a 3-round burst. It does significantly more damage. For sure, everybody knows that part. And that's probably why this gun is going to be a way more chosen gun. Yeah, I wanted to get that long shot so bad. Oh dang, I missed. But as you can see, I'm shooting this thing pretty fast. It shoots good as a 3-round burst. I don't know what the heck that guy shot at me. But look at this. That's an insta-kill. Now, not an insta-kill right away, but that is an insta-kill once all the bullets hit. So, if they don't... Now, most likely they're not going to move. If they don't move fast enough, you good. Now, I don't know if there are any, like, things that have significantly more health. But, yeah, this is pretty much the best for that one. Now, I am just going to show off the rest of the secondaries. And mainly just for fun. Because, like, I couldn't dedicate this all to pistols. And I couldn't, like, use launchers. Because, bruh, have you seen only using launchers? That sucks. Because they don't have any freaking ammo. And you can't put any attachments that would add ammo. Because they don't even expect you to freaking use a launcher. Now, if you know there's going to be campers, yeah. That's probably going to be, like, so easy to get a kill like that. But, long shot, nunchucks have longer range.
We're in the lead. You're halfway there. Keep it up. Scarab available.
Look at this. Wabonk. Like, I just flip it to his chin. He's dead.
Mission accomplished. A good day's work.
I'm gonna use a combat knife, and then I'm gonna show off the Hornet. Cause the reason the Hornet didn't make the list is I think that cause mainly these ones you can just play through the game and all that stuff. You don't need to get like prestige points or anything like that. Anything that would be a bit too hard. Cause weapon prestige is not the easiest thing to get. Like unless you really like a weapon. And just think, yeah, I'm gonna use this until I can until I get prestige. I haven't even made a weapon prestige yet, but the closest thing I got to that is a the NV4. Probably because I got the flatline and I'm just like, yeah, boy. Thing is its fire rate sucks now, or it's like downhill. But yeah, the NV4 is probably like one of the best assault rifles. But K-Bar would beat it out in damage. Just saying. beats it out in damage.
Scar team, let's do it.
Combat knife I haven't unlocked yet because that is like level 36 and I'm level 31.
You're in the lead. You're halfway there. Keep it up. Scarab ready for use.
Just showing this thing off. Now this is a faster hitting than the nunchuck, but it's got like not nearly as far range.
Nice
So
work.
that's why I wouldn't recommend using it unless you really were like dedicated to that. Now definitely, as a sniper, don't have a melee weapon. Have a shotgun or have an SMG. Alright, so what I am going to show off next is the Hornet, because you guys didn't get to see that. I am putting Hollow Point and FMJ on there, because I didn't recommend this gun. Mainly because, like, you need to get a weapon prestige to get it. And most likely, you just want to know the best guns in categories to use before weapon prestige. Now, I did show the MacTiv, but here's the thing. More than likely, once you, like, the MacTiv is more of once you get to the point where you'd have a weapon prestige, and I'm surprised, like, most people are surprised I haven't gotten to that point, but that's because, like, usually, more than likely, I gave up on the MV4 because it wasn't nearly as good as before, but it's actually pretty good. Now that I think about it, I'm just gonna get rid of a scope because you don't freaking need the scope.
We're in the lead. Halfway there.
Now remember this. This is what I recommend for snipers because it's like having an SMG, but it's also not having an SMG. Here's the problem with this thing though, it shoots too fast sometimes. So its recoil's a lot faster engaging. Dang you. But look at this. Hits 4.
Good job. Report to command for debrief.
Now, that I recommend for snipers because it's like having an assault rifle or something like that. And if you put foregrip or something like that on it, it's definitely going to be better. Now, remember, it's not always going to take 4 hits because I did put like extra damage. So its base damage is 55, so that's decent. It's not the best. It's not better like than the first rifle you'll get in the game. But yeah, and if I were to recommend a starting, like for starting in your game, it really all depends. Like if you're going for assault rifle or SMG, I choose this guy, cause it's like just more of a good idea. For LMGs, choose the Merc, cause this guy's like literally built for that. And then close range Synaptic, because I think after each kill gain a brief boost of movement speed. Yeah, that's going to be good for close range. Proof thrusters allow energy to recover faster and also damage enemy players. Rushdown. Execute quick move in any direction and press that button. I don't know what that does. But that, maybe not. But the Rewind and Reaper, put those two together and just imagine going against that. Because Rewind, you basically just go, boom. This guy though, yeah, you can go for assault rifles with him as well. But like he is properly built for some like for something other than that. So I'm gonna like clear out some of these loadouts. And make completely new ones based around stuff. Like you know what I mean. Like I'm just gonna completely change it. But see you dudes in the next video. Bye.